Alright, you're here. I know you're here for, man. You read the title, Top 10 Anime Listening, or something along those lines. Like, realistically, I'm an anime guru in this shit. I know what everyone's looking for when you look at these videos. You're not here to see the Naruto's, the Bleaches, one of the greatest animes of all time, of course, in Naruto. You're here to discover new anime. You're here to soil your royal oats. You're here to mesmerize yourself in the world of anime to the depths you've never seen before. So right now, these are animes you probably never heard of. And I haven't put them in any particular order. What I've actually done is put it in the order of the most low-key, or in other words, underrated. So, of course, you see Naruto in the background of this video right now. Unfortunately, this will not be in the top 10 because this title should actually be called my underrated top 10. However, you know what I mean? You guys have to live and adapt, innit? To live and adapt to this shit. So boom, this is Rise of the Nero Clan, 48 episodes with 2 seasons. And of course, it is dubbed and sub, bro. Like, some of you niggas, you can't watch the anime if it's sub or dubbed. I don't know what that is. I'll be real, there's some animes that sound better dubbed, and some animes that sound better subbed, yeah. This anime right here sounds better dubbed, I'm gonna be real with you. It's basically about this kid who's like the third generation leader of some yokai clan. It's inherit, and unfortunately, he is like, was he 1/4 yokai because his dad is human and his mom's human, therefore he's like 1/4 or something like that. I'm telling you right now, as I said before, you're here to sow your royal oats. You're here to mesmerize yourself in the new world of anime. Yeah. Right now, I've literally opened the door for you. You just have to open it. You know what I mean? I'm giving you the keys. Just open the door, bro. Do yourself a favor and watch it. I'm not gonna say please. Don't even thank me. Just watch it. You know what I mean? It's a disservice to the anime community if you don't watch it. I promise you're gonna enjoy it. Alright, boom. Coming down at number 8, we have Rise of the Nero Clan. This anime has 2 seasons, approximately 48 episodes, and is it dub? Is it sub? It's both, my nigga. It's both. I'm telling you right now, bro. This anime is basically about this kid who has to protect the Kanasamori site. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Basically, a school grounds where, for some reason, these monsters are working as Ayakashi go there to develop their skill. I don't know why they become strong in a particular place in it. As for why I think this anime is simply elite, it's definitely underrated. When you watch it, you understand what I mean, because it clearly feels like an anime that should be recognized. It has all you need. It has action, comedy, decent plot, and longevity. Like this, it's very hard to make an anime, a long series anime at that, consistently good, in it. That's why people misconstrue Naruto's place as one of the greatest animes of all time, because it's such a long series. Fillers are inevitable. But let's go back to this anime right now. This anime, you see, look at that. Look at the action. The action is sublime in this. At first, you think, based on the anime, the way the forms attack is through Kekai barriers and that, you think it's not gonna really metamorphosize into anything greater than something boring, right? But the anime surprised you once again. It takes a whole new approach. You just know that the main character can become so much stronger in different ways. Like typically in shonen animes, yeah. They don't really change their powers that often. Like, look at Naruto, all he knows is the Rasengan, Shadow Clone, and there's different variations of that. But this character right here, this anime in general, the way their abilities are, is very, I have to say, versatile in it. So you guys, you might as well check this shit out. It's quite elite, sublime if you will, and you know what I mean. Despite the fact that it's number 8, yeah, I'm telling you, the placing of these anime lists, it's not in how good it really is. It's just how it is, isn't it? Low keyness. Or coming up at number 7, we got Desert Punk here, 24 episodes, and yes, it is dubbed and subbed. And this anime, you know, it does its job, it does its purpose, and that's entertaining. That's what one we should be doing. And this anime is basically set in a dystopian world where humanity's resources and technology has regressed to a point where bandits can roam free, and things like marines are required to help people out. And that's what the main character does. He's a marine, he does odd jobs for money. And it's unique in the sense where the main character, his core values are not it's not the typical shonen character where he's such a pure-hearted or kind-hearted person. He's more in it for the money, and that is unique. And it's a lost breed in this anime community, and I feel like people will highly appreciate it, and that's why you should watch it. Or you should do yourself a favor, do me a favor by doing yourself a favor, bro. Watch this anime, and there we go, bro. Sign up. Coming up at number 6, this anime is Kantanagari with 12 episodes, and it is English dubbed and subbed. And I must say, this anime is definitely unique. Probably one of the most unique animes off this list, perhaps solely because of the art style. However, it's through the storytelling as well. Like, I have a feeling that this anime has slept through the crack for the simple fact that people are afraid of change. They're afraid of things that are abnormal, out of the norm, out of their comfort zone. And that's exactly what this anime does. And that's exactly what this list is for. This list is to discover new anime. It's to discover things that you've never seen before. It's to find something, this is completely foreign to me, and I like it. That's what this. I'm not gonna say everyone's gonna like this anime. I'm gonna tell you, you might as well try it, because that's why you're on this list. Let's be honest. You don't type in top 10 anime or click on this video because you want to see my top 10. You don't give a toss. You really don't. You want to find some new anime to watch right now, and you're on a lot, because I have a feeling, if I remember correctly, this anime is nearly an hour long each episode. So technically, this is like 36 episodes. So the synopsis of this anime is basically these two people are on a journey to collect these 10 deviant swords, and the protagonist is basically this guy who is a martial artist, and he's trying to become a sword basically through that martial art. I'm not trying to expose too much. Just watch it yourself, man. You can just check through the preview how unique it is through the art style. You may think this is not going to be very interesting, but trust me, it is. Trust me, bro. Because through the pair's journey, you can just tell what the story is trying to do. Is trying to literally just illustrate different themes, and it does it magnificently through the soundtrack and through events that go on and transpire throughout the story. And of course, the combat is superb. It's just watch it. You will not regret. Trust me, bro. This anime is called Kaz No Stigma, with 24 episodes, and it's English dub and sub. And this anime is definitely solid. It's a very solid anime. And I'll say that if it was to come out this year, last year, the year before that, it'll probably be the best anime of the season. And you'll agree with me once you hear the synopsis. You just know how anime is going to be good. The synopsis is decent. It follows a kid who's in a prominent fire family. He was supposed to be the next head. However, for some reason or another, he could not control fire or use it at all. And he was banished for that same reason. He was just considered a disgrace. He came back years later, older, stronger, with a different attribute and wind. And he did missions with the next head, which is a young female who obviously excelled in flame control. That alone, you should be thinking, oh, this anime is going to be simply elite. Well, you're right. But I'll give you this. The anime all depends on this main character, and the main character here, he lives up to his role. He does his job. He does his role, man. He's unique. He's interesting, and he's not, how should I put it? He's not the typical shonen character. I said it before. I can't really explain it. I'll be honest though. His character is done before. It's done before, but that character, that personality it's rare. It's a lost breed. It's a lost art in anime, and they brought it back. And I feel like this is because I feel as though the new animations in this generation or this decade has become so reliant upon the formula of success. And you guys know what I'm talking about, where you can just clearly tell what's going to happen. These common themes. It always happens, man. This anime does not go underneath that same principle. Just watch it and enjoy it. Alright, so at this point of the anime list, you probably never heard this anime before. And I'll give you a reason. This anime is a Chinese anime. And Chinese animes are highly slept on. This anime goes by the name of Full-Time Magistrate. 36 episodes, 3 seasons. You guys have a lot to watch, a lot to enjoy, a lot to spend your boredom on. And I must warn you guys now, it is an SK anime. Wait before you judge it, before you say anything. I know what you're thinking. I'm tired of it. I'm bored. I've seen it all. Nothing is gonna excite me. I can guess the whole plot before it even begins. Wait a minute, man. This does not follow the same principle. This does not follow the same guidelines that all animes do. This is not Japanese. You guys need to realize this is Chinese, bro. They don't know. I don't know if they know. They might know, they might not. But clearly this anime is not it, bro. You think you know everything? Clearly you don't. If you're watching this list, you're probably discovering anime you've never seen before. I'm going to tell you this now. This anime is unique. So let me tell you the synopsis. Just imagine you're chilling in your own world and that. Everything's normal, everything's calm. And then one day you just wake up and everything's the same. Everything looks the same. However, everyone's core values have changed. Society has flipped. The more magic you have, the more important you are. And this guy, just imagine suddenly you're forced into an exam, a high school exam at that. 15 years of worth of knowledge in that exam. Obviously you're gonna fail. And this guy, he's from a poor family, they can't really afford it. Long story short, this is kind of one of those magical high school animes, but it's not, because the high school is not the main theme. Underlow, like, see, I'm not gonna tell you too much. I'm not gonna say too much yet, but trust me, you guys will enjoy it, man. Some things are quite, you can guess some things, I can't lie to you, but trust me, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it, man. Do yourself, like. Alright guys, this anime goes by the name of Eden of the East, 11 episodes, and it is English sub and dubbed. This anime is its own story, man. It's very unique. And obviously all animes go by its own story. But what I mean by this, it's its own story and its own story alone. It literally, it's original, I should be saying. It's like watching a Naruto. I'm not gonna say it's Naruto level, but Naruto is its own story. People copy things from Naruto. That's how deep it is. Like, this anime is its own art. And I'm going to show you how I don't want to tell you too much, but I'll give you a little sneak preview of the synopsis. What would you do if you woke up with no memory, with a phone in your hand and a gun in the other? A phone where you could text anything you want and it'll appear within an instant. You want £1 million? Drops it right there. Want to kill someone? That person's dead right in front of you. What would you do in that situation? Clearly already that is a unique situation. You can only imagine how this anime is going to develop. I remember how I told you before about it's about mesmerizing yourself in the world of anime, discovering new things, almost like a hunter from Hunter x Hunter, bro. If you want to sow your royal oats, watch this anime and consider yourself soiled, bro. Watch it, enjoy it, and let's move on to the next anime, bro. This anime goes by the name of Draconian with 13 episodes, and yes, it's English sub and dubbed. And it makes you realize something. It makes you realize that anime is about how the author makes you perceive it, how it illustrates certain situations and portrays the significance of things as well. I'll tell you this anime revolves around one event and one thing only. It's strange, it's a very strange anime, probably the first of its kind. Never seen it before, probably never will again. And this anime all revolves around one thing. Everyone is searching for one thing, and that is their elixir for mortality. And that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Dragon Ball Z, life is so expendable. You come back to life anytime, any moment, and it basically loses its value of bringing back someone back to life, doesn't it? This anime takes it a very serious route, and I'm telling you guys, you'll enjoy it. It's a very unique story, similar to that of the previous one. This anime, it's its own story, like the other one. It's its own story, and it tells it quite well. It tells it magnificently. And if you guys like another anime called 91 Days, you've probably seen it before, came out recently, you'll probably like this one as well. So you should give it a Draconian. Right, bro. I'm not trying to explore too much. Like, I'm really not trying to explore too much, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Alright, so you made it to the end of this video. Give yourself a round of applause, man. Yep. Yeah, you made it. This is definitely the best top 10 anime list ever. Probably revolutionary, probably, just share it. Like, share, subscribe, do all that, man. I'm not begging you. You should be begging me. Like, it's free, click on it, bro. And you're doing yourself a massive disservice if you don't click on it.